There's so many things that we had when I was a kid that you don't have today. The difference in transportation and living and everything, that you like to go back and make some of those things just to bring back old memories. I was 18 years old when I came to the West Coast. My memories are things like wolves and coyotes hollering, scaring you at night, and no transportation, all horses, and no highways, just take off across the country. But I enjoy seeing something like that, the wind. I was raised in a country where we depended on the wind to draw our water out of the ground. Mm-hmm. Any power that we had to come from the wind. Did woodwork for all my material life, but after I retired from steady work, I had to have something to do, and I just go out, and a thought would hit my mind. I could remember something like some of those old wagons or horses or whatever, and just sit down and whittle it out. And just usually when you make something like that of a person, well, you'd have somebody in mind, and as you whittled away the wood, you could make them look kind of like those people did. And they're all quite rustic, but back in those days, people were rustic. No, I've enjoyed whittling out there. The guys used to think I was losing my mind, but I laughed it off with them, and it doesn't amount to anything, but still I enjoyed doing it, and I'll get back to it, I think, someday soon, and there's several little things I'd like to carve out. It just takes time and patience. The balance is, they say there's nothing perfect, but that's just as close as you'll ever get. Otherwise, he wouldn't set up there. You see, he's not fastened there. I've heard so many women say they wish somebody would do that to their husband. And I was telling my wife I might get a little burro, keep him out here in the trees and teach him to do that. As a kid growing up, we had to make it all. We didn't have the money to buy with, and it just wasn't for sale. And when I was quite small, my dad used to, well, that was a reward for doing my chores well, was I could play in his shop and hammer and nail and saw wood. And it was quite an experience, and I found as I grew up it paid off because I was able to do a lot of things. Yeah, when I went up to get my Social Security, I didn't have no birth certificate, and I couldn't find anybody that was enough older than I was to swear that I was born. So they just had to take my word for it. Yeah, it was a rugged life, but I'd like to go back and live it over again. And sometimes I wonder if we might come back and relive it, maybe not on this planet, but some other planet. I don't see why the so-called soul or whatever it is in us that makes us different from the animal. If it could be born once, why couldn't it be born again?